Shout out to everybody out there on White Street. You already know what it is. Salute everybody.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back with SteveBussaGS. We got another scorecard interview, and I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, SPeeKa. Talk to him, King. How you feeling?
Oh man, this is wild. I have to tell you, this is unbelievable. Considering that what's gotten me this interview is this thing that I've been doing in my backyard, just for fun.
That's
now
wild.
Here we are,
dude.
It's crazy.
I've done interviews with a lot of people that I'm happy about, right? I got a lot of interviews that I've made good connections with people, with artists that I appreciate. I got one with Stokes. Stokes is my top 5. I got a 3-hour interview with him. You are the first person that I have interviewed that I am jealous of. All right, so let's get this. Yo, I found your so we were chatting up on Twitter and stuff like that, and I found your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Through that, your YouTube channel is everything that I want mine to be. I don't know how.
Are you serious,
bro? You got the cats that I fuck with on there doing ciphers. You got the fucking production that's super fucking dope to watch. Like if you look at what I started to do, I got a cipher. It's me, Stoke, 100 Koofies, Merkums, and Black Corleone, right? I started trying to get the verses from people and shit like that to put my own ciphers together. And it's a lot of work. I just salute to you. That's all. It's a lot of work getting everyone together and shit. And then I find your fucking channel and shit like that, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, this is what I want. This is amazing. Bro, I forwarded your channel over to J-Tree, John Henry. He's the guy that does all my quality assurance. And he sent me back paragraphs about how dope shit was. He's like, yo, we're gonna be doing this for the foreseeable future. We're gonna be doing fucking reactions to this shit. So thank you. First thing I want to do is thank you for your time today, bro. Showing up with me and kicking it.
Amen. Thank you again. This for me is just it's wild. It's wild. Thank you, man. Thank you. As long as it's watching
this, yo, GS gang, if you guys are watching this, go subscribe to SPeeKa on fucking YouTube. All right, I'm gonna put the link. It's gonna be in the description. I might even be able to put it on the video, depending on how the edits come through. Yo, there is fire over there. And we're discovering a lot of new people. So that's really what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the artists. I want to talk about the relationships. I want to talk about the amount of effort it takes to put stuff like this together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's really I'm taking notes today, my guys.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know you, introduce yourself and what it is that we're talking about, and I'll let you take the reins.
All right. My name is SPeeKa. I was born in Tapelo, Mudiela. Born and raised in Soweto, South Africa. Huge hip hop head. I'm heavily influenced by hip hop and also Kwaito, which is our homebrew genre here at home. So those two genres have played a huge role in terms of my love for just music and the culture. So I create content. I have one full-length film under my belt. You can check it out on my YouTube channel, which details SPeeKa, which was a movement in South African hip hop that was extremely monumental. So I broke that down and got a few awards.
The light flex.
Gotta throw that in there. So I'm just a huge hip hop head, a huge fan of the culture. More above anything else. Before anything else, I'm a huge fan of the culture and music in general. And film, yes.
That's dope. I say the same shit, man. I'm a fan first. You know what I'm saying? I still geek out at every interview. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like if you're not a fan first, then you're in trouble because you're never gonna, constantly be in love and discover new stuff. You always, if you're a fan first, ego or whatever will never be a problem for you.
Facts.
Ever.
And people can sniff it out too. If you're not you're not genuine, you can pick up on that fast. You know what I'm saying? So what is your YouTube channel? What is its goal? What is its purpose? What is the direction? Walk us through it.
Like I mentioned, since I am a fan first, the whole purpose of the YouTube channel initially was just me basically just anything that I was able to do, put it up there. If I have a music video that I shot, put it on the channel. And then over time, what happened was with the cipher specifically, those ciphers, the Sotra ciphers, started like by sheer chance. You know, it wasn't planned. It was a studio session, and we kind of got bored. So I literally just said, "Yo, man," I was like, "Yo, man, you guys want to rap on camera to this beat that I made?" And everyone was game. And 5 years later,
rest was history.
Still doing it.
What is Sotra?
Sotra is it's another slang term for Soweto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
All
if you're from Soweto, and you know we call it Sotra. But the misconception is that I only have cats who are from Sotra, which is not the case. You know, I've had cats from KZN, I've had cats from PTA. Okay. So if you're a hip hop head and you're nice, you come through. I only call it Sotra Cyphers because it is shot in Sotra.
Got you. So that's more about like the Mikasa part of it, right? Like that's just like the Is it part of your goal? Like one of the things that I'm crusading for is a lot of international content. So is that something that you're interested in? Like, do you want people not just from South Africa to be part of the ciphers?
Yeah, definitely. I remember like a few years back, I tried doing this thing where, because I came up across, I forgot the guy's name now, from I think New York, right? I tried doing this thing where I sent him a beat, and then he would send me the footage back, and then I'd have like the first ever, you know, corresponding sort of cipher type of situation. But it never really panned out. But it's definitely something that I want to. I mean, the fact that you now, you know, are where you are and you're losing your shit over cats from where I'm from. For me, that's a win. I mean, that's the ultimate goal, really, you know.
That's awesome. Nah, dude, it's a win for me. You should see my fucking playlist. My entire playlist has gone through a complete renovation in this last year.
Yeah.
There's just pockets of music I never knew existed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm still digging into stuff every single day. How many videos do you have? There's so much content to enjoy on your damn channel. If you had to guess, I'm not like an exact number, but like ballpark.
Damn. I don't know, man. A lot. I can't even give you, because I drop content like all the time, so I have no idea.
If you guys are watching this and you haven't started diving into the content, you clear a weekend. This is not like this is not like I got 10 minutes, let me go pop in. There's a ton of shit, and there's all different. One of the things I like too is there's a good variety of length of ciphers too. Like you got the minute 25s in there if I just want to grab something real quick. You got the 4-minute tracks that are like entire actual produced songs and shit like that are on there.
I also have the anniversary ciphers where each year I'll call back some of the guys from the previous episodes and we shoot like a 50-minute long cipher.
Really?
So yeah,
bro,
Pause. Yeah.
I'm still, like I said, I've only scratched the surface of what it is that you've brought to the table with this stuff, and it really it's a fucking hip hop gold mine. Like I salute you. Like bro,
man, thank you, man.
When I started seeing like the Twitter stuff pop up too, I was like, oh, you know what? I was just finishing up a series in Nigeria. So I was just finishing up the MI versus Vector stuff. And I was like, cool, I got another time slot where I can start like another series if there's like something popping. And I just so happened to catch you tweeting that stuff out. You do good promos and shit like that. So I was like, oh, yo, this is dope. I was like, I made like a little note to myself. And then I came back like a week or two later and I was like, yo, I remember I seen you post some stuff about this. Like, what's going on? Bro, this shit is fire. So like what I want to talk about then, where is it going? Like what's the goal?
Like when I initially started, right? Like I said, it was all impromptu, not planned. I had no idea what I was doing. But then at some point, I tried turning it into like a TV show that never really materialized until I started working with a gentleman by the name of Enzo Slages, the legendary Enzo Slages. So he had a TV show, and he sort of allowed me a segment in the TV show where I'd have the sort of cipher. So for a good about year and a half, 2 seasons, we were on TV, local television on How TV, and that was pretty dope. Yeah, so it's that, and then I'm gonna eventually, post COVID, obviously turn it into an actual event, right?
Nice.
That's what I'm currently planning right now. But at the moment, and which I could possibly consider as the highlight of the series, is my collaboration with an MC from KZM called Zakwe. He's a big deal, He's
I'm
selling.
I'm up on Zach. I'm up on Zach.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff isn't in English, so it's a little bit harder for me to access. But I'm very familiar with him and his impact on the culture. So salute on that. That's super dope.
So I had this. Here's this gold selling, multi-award winning artist hit me up, on some, yo man, I love what you're doing.
Let's get it.
I sort of do similar thing that you're doing. Can we put it together and have because his cipher series is called KZN Lockdown Cipher.
Okay.
So it's basically KZN Lockdown Cipher meets Sotra Cipher. So every day, in a span of like 15 working days, we drop an episode. He gives me a cat from KZN, I give him a cat from Gauteng. And we've been doing it this is the 2nd season, dropping another episode today. So that's been super crazy, yeah.
Is it all on your channel, or did I need to go to both channels to catch all of it?
You can catch all of it on my channel, but because he doesn't have a YouTube channel, so with him, you can just catch it directly on like his Instagram page and his Facebook page as well. Yeah, but in terms of YouTube, it's only available on my channel. Yeah.
What is that the HUD for you? Like, is that like is that like where you're gauging your success, like subs on YouTube, or is there other methods? Like, what's the growth like goal?
Man, my YouTube channel is my pride and joy. Like, I mean, I'll have like, links, like download links to other stuff, but the central, I guess, the central hub for my work and my career is my YouTube channel. That's where the buck stops. If it's not on my YouTube channel, then you won't find it anywhere else.
So best way to support you, sub to the YouTube channel, stream from the YouTube channel. That's the best way to support the ciphers.
Yeah.
Dope. How many MCs do you think have been are like involved so far? Just to give them an idea of what they're in for.
In the last 5 years since I started?
Yep.
Sure. Man, I don't know, man. 100 plus, I have no idea.
No, that's I'm just context. 100 plus is good context. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot. I want people to understand. I'm not capping this up.
I haven't been counting. It's just, oh man, you're dope. Let's go. Let's rap. Oh, you're dope. Let's go. Oh, you're all right. So I haven't been keeping score or whatever. It's just, you can rap. Let's go.
Let's get it. I've seen some names I'm very, very familiar with on there. And then I've seen some that I wasn't either. So I was just introduced to Black Psalmist off your channel. So that was my first time hearing her. She came in, she did the thing. Salute to her. I got people that are hitting me up now too to react to more stuff from her and shit like that too. So like let's focus on the MCs a bit, right? Who have you been most geeked about then? Give me like top 5 most geeked performances.
2 specifically, right? Okay. And for one simple reason. The first being Snaz D, right? Okay. I don't know if you know Snaz D, Snaz the Dictator. He is a legendary South African MC who was part of a group called, oh man, why is their name escaping me right now at the worst possible time? But Snaz D from the club days, right? Legendary MC, and he's on episode 18, part 18. So what happened on that day is it was completely unexpected, right? Okay. I was shooting a cipher with I don't know if you know Chris Anti-B. Okay, Chris Anti-B, another prolific battle rapper from South Africa. So the morning of the shoot, he says to me, man, I'm bringing through Snaz the Dictator. I think I probably asked him like 10 times, like, wait, man, Snaz? I'm like, wait, I mean, Snaz the dictator. No, I mean, are you talking Snaz? You know,
Like
so when he pulled, so when he pulled up, the first thing I said to him, I was like, man, I'm not even going to pretend that this is just an ordinary day. You know, I have Snaz T, you know, in my studio. And yeah, so that's the first guy. And then the second highlight was the emphatic taps. Man, I mean, from the school where I'm from, right? I'm from you know, in terms of like my hip hop knowledge and the school that I'm from,
right.
I would say where I was taking it all in was circa 2002, you know, 2002 till 2006, right? That's for me, that was like the golden era. And at that time, I attended so many ciphers, and you can ask anyone from that era. You would never be in a cipher and not hear someone who raps exactly like Emphatic. He is one of the most influential MCs in our country, hands down, right? So the build-up leading to him coming through, it was unbelievable. Like, because I was speaking to a friend of mine, Paige, who was my plug for Emphatic. So leading up to that day, I constantly like, yo man, is Emphatic still down? I'm still doing it. Like, no, we're good. And then on the day, they arrived like 15 minutes early. Man, I almost shed a G tear, but I kept it together. I kept it together.
That's fucking.
That was those two top shelf for me, man.
Cool. I can't imagine, you know, a downside to this. So like what I really want to focus on like the highlights. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at this shit and I'm getting hyped seeing the fucking names and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
The energy when they're in the studio. So there's two things that really come to my mind. Is like number one, how genuine is it? Because I'm being told from my quality assurance team, like they went and seen some, and like there are videos with slip ups in them. There are video, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not everything is not necessarily the hundredth take, perfect, clean shot from beginning to end, right? So like, is that on purpose? Is that the whole point of this? Like walk me through that.
It is 100% on purpose, you know, because I mean, Steve, you've been in a cipher, you know, yeah, I'm kicking it. Oh shit, I lost it. All right, you know. So I've always tried keeping that same, you know, vibe. But you know, as it is on a platform where it's recorded and it's going to be there forever, there are some MCs that tell me, "Nah, man, can we please retake?" You know, so when they ask me to do that,
I need to know who.
It's cool.
Who? Put them out there. Put them out there. I need names.
I mean, you know, a few. I won't mention because you put me on the spot, dog. Come on, now. So I mean, there are a few, and I've never been on some. Nah, dog. That's it. Because at the end of the day, man, I mean, they came all the way, and if they're trying to, you know, protect their like image or whatever, then it's all cool. But for me, content-wise, I prefer someone watching going, oh, you lost it. Then when they watch you get back into it, I feel like you know, the respect for you.
Can you rebound?
You know, so I've always tried keeping it as human as possible, you know. But you know, if they want to retake, then we retake, you know.
Gotcha.
And now that's sort of my disclaimer. If you want to retake, we can definitely do that.
See, I think it's good. My personal opinion, I am of the exact opposite when it comes to content wise. But like I like the preference for what you're talking about as an outlet because there's not much of it. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of content out there that's still that raw, real feeling. You know what I'm saying? Everything is so choreographed and stuff like that, right? So like, I can appreciate that there's an outlet for that. In my personal thing, I've always done the opposite though, right? Like I've always thought when looking at this stuff, when people put stuff online, where it's like, yo, you know what that looks and sounds like. Why would you? You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't want to. You don't want to take one more stab at that, like.
Yeah. But no. But it's all about like you have to be as human as, I mean, you're an MC, yeah, whatever, but you're a human, you know. So it also like just to tell you a story about I remember watching Fade to Black, right? Jay-Z.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
There's a scene there where who's that guy? Just Blaze is in studio and he's trying, you know, he's playing Jay-Z some beats, and Jay-Z, you know, isn't impressed with the stuff that he's giving him. Now, I'm a huge Just Blaze fan, so me seeing Just Blaze, you know, hit a brick wall was so inspirational, because I was like, man, these guys go through that too. Because there are times where I feel like that, and I'm like, man, should I be making music? Maybe this isn't for me. So seeing someone like Just Blaze be on some, man, I don't know what to play this guy anymore. You know, we've kind of hit a brick wall. It sort of motivated me. So I guess in a sense, I'm hoping that some kid out there who's trying to, you know, rap, when he sees, you know, this really dope, incredible MCs have a slip up here and there, he's like, oh man, I guess I can also put in that work, and I can still, you know, slip ups are allowed. You know, I'm human. You know,
failure is definitely part of success. Failure is an intricate and inevitable part of success. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So what's the like? Well, I don't know what I'm saying. Like, let's look at like the order of operations. Like, you tell them all this ahead of time, I'm assuming, right? Like, do they get like a certain amount of time of prep time that they ask for, where it's like, cool, we'll do it in one take, but I need a couple weeks, or is there like a standard procedure? What's going on?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call it a standard procedure. The only standard procedure is, yo, man, I'm shooting on this day. Will be dope to have you. Will you be available? Yeah, I'm good. Cool. And then if I happen to have a beat that we're going to be using on the day, then I send them that beat. And then in most times, in like recent, I think probably the last 10 episodes, I end up cooking up the beat just before they show up. Like the episode with, like the episode with Captain and Max and them. I literally made that beat while they were on the way, and then when they told me, "Yo, man, we outside," I was just putting in like the last, string or whatever, Yeah. So and in that sense, for me, it sort of brings me closer to the cipher, because I don't know what they're bringing, and I always tell them this when they're working, like, man, I was just making this right now, so it sort of feels like, spontaneous, and they sort of get in that whole energy of being, because ciphers are about being spontaneous, and you don't know what you're gonna get. So as much as most of it is written, on my end, keeping that sort of freestyle element is me just making the beat. And I'm not kidding, like literally 5 minutes before they walk in, I finally have a beat. Sometimes we choose, but that's the best way that I prefer to actually do it.
I think we need to take this opportunity to give some flowers out, right? So who has impressed you like the most performance wise then under these kind of like wild circumstances, right? Because you have the people that come in, and if you got the beat and you have a month to write and someone's like that's pretty much business as usual, you expect perfection, you know what I'm saying? Who's had like wild circumstances, like on the spot circumstances, and still delivered like top notch shit?
Oh man, where do I even begin? But I guess at the top of my list, man, are guys that because most of these guys I've worked with them, like either on music, maybe I've produced a joint for them here and there, or whatever. But I guess at the top of my list would have to be guys like Lou Artiste. There's a homie called Ignition, Tech Problem, Anzo. There's a homie called Ma7, who our catalog dates back like 10 years. There's a kid called Soto Tepi. So, man, Steve, I could literally go on.
Dude,
30 minutes.
I believe you. Like I'm
Yeah.
telling you. Like this is like I'm talking. I was geeking out. I was fangirling
Yeah.
over fucking doing the interview. I'm like, yo, I need the inside scoop. I need to know what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a dude called Earl K that you should check out as well. Infectist. Man, I could go on. I could go on. Yeah. So there's
Rest in peace your inbox for whoever you didn't name starts hitting you up. You gonna catch a lot of heat for this. I appreciate you though, my guy.
I'm ready.
All right, cool. So the ciphers are popping, right? What's up with the marketing? What do we have to do to get these numbers way up? Like what is the plan? I know you said you had like the TV, you had the bit that you did with that. But like I personally want to see this shit explode. Like you're doing, you're keeping hip hop alive. Not that it's dead. I hate people say shit like that. But like there are people who contribute to the ongoing, lasting essence of hip hop, and I do believe that you are 100% doing that with what I've seen so far and what my people are telling me with everything. Like, bro, like what are the plans to make this shit like the next level from where you're at? Obviously the Zakwe cosign goes a long way, and that's just warming up, right? Like that's just heating up.
Yeah. But marketing wise, I mean, besides talking about it at like events, all we have right now is the internet. I mean, look where we are right now. I mean, you saw this on Twitter. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. As far as like trying to get it out there, that's what I have. Paid promotions as well on like Facebook. That and word of mouth.
Cool. How does somebody get in?
Get in. Hey man, you just have to be dope. Because I've been called out a few times on some, no man, SPeeKa guy, he doesn't want to put us on. And in most cases, like, man, like if you're not dope, I'm probably not gonna hit you up.
You're doing them a favor by not putting them on.
I'm doing you a favor, homie, because I'm gonna put you on, and these people out here are one gonna get on my case, and then second, they're gonna get on your case. So it's all about if you are dope. Like I've been in situations where I'm at an event, and someone dope comes on, and I literally run to them. Like there's a homie called Zay. That's how I got him to be on a sort of side. Like he was performing, caught off stage. I'm like, my key, I gotta have you on, and then we exchange details. Boom, I have him on. So if you're dope, because that's all it is for me, man. Like just sharing what I'm teaching out to everyone else.
What's the best way to reach out to you? Should they like hit you up on Twitter, IG? Like, what's the best way to like get you links?
Yeah, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Like, cause I'm constantly online. Like, but mostly on like, but mostly on like Facebook. Facebook is just where I'm mostly online. But yeah, definitely Twitter as well. Tag me. You can hit me up with your link. It's just awkward sometimes when we get sent a link and the person really isn't that fire, and you gotta tell them that
like who? Name some names.
I'm not gonna do that.
Come on, man. This is my content for my channel. You gotta help me out too. Who?
No, man. If I do that, I mean, this ends. This interview ends, and then I have to deal with the backlash. No, thank you. But I mean, there've been a few instances where I'm like, I'm a G. Give yourself more time. To be better at the craft, and man, with especially with MCs, it's a very, very sensitive.
They're the most sensitive
subject.
People in the world.
Sensitive people in the world. If you tell someone something like, nah, man, you need to polish your craft. What? Wow, you're a hater. Man, the SPeeKa guy ain't shit. Man, I'm never supporting anything that he's ever. It becomes the whole thing. So there's always that.
I love that aspect of this shit, man. I tell a funny story. So I was on the Freestyle Friday. I was on Stogie T's Freestyle Friday, right?
Yeah.
And leading up into that, I had a few different cipher verses that I was like working through, and I hit cap up actually, right? And
Yeah.
I like sent him a voice note and shit like that. I was like, cool. I was actually doing some shit with some cats from Cape Town. Shout out to the Clash MC Battle League out in Cape Town.
Oh
right?
yeah, yes.
So I fuck with all them.
Yes.
Kyle's my guy. There's a bunch of dope rappers and MCs over there. Shout out to all them.
Yeah.
But like I hosted a tournament for them. So they did a video tournament on my channel where I went through everything. And the top 4, I was like, cool, we're gonna do a cipher. Let me drop some bars. So, so I send Cat my fucking verse real quick, right? On like a voice note. Like I like, yo, I just did this out loud. What are your thoughts, right? And I've never been told that I was trash in such a polite way. like it's like my favorite story of being humbled ever, right? Because like, bro, I've been celebrating win after win after win this last year, right?
Yeah.
I've been on my high horse, right? So I sent it to him. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be me and the top 4 MCs from this battle league and shit like that. So he listens to it and he hits me back and he's like, oh, cool. That's cool that you want to let them live like that. I was like, yo,
You just gonna let them live.
That's really cool of you, just to let them live like that. I was like, damn. Tell me I'm trash without telling me I'm trash, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like the denial part is serious, man. And there can be some tricky ways, because the reaction game is no different. I get people hitting me up that want to get reactions all the time, and it's like, bro, you're not gonna like what I have to say. You're not gonna like what I have to say. Like I'm doing you a favor by not putting you on right now. Like get back in the booth, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Give me a roadmap. So, like, here's the thing, man. The way that you have the content on there is really difficult. It's overwhelming almost. Like you have so much shit, and it's like everything looks good. It's like walking into a buffet and like everything's just like hot and ready, right? If I'm brand new, if I've never heard of SPeeKa before, if I'm just GS Gang, I'm just discovering you off my channel, right? What's a cool like dip my toe in to see what it's all about? Like what's like you know what I'm saying? Like give me that like start roadmap. Like, yo, if you like this and this, then you're gonna like the rest of the content. So start there.
All right. Obviously, the first batch of content that I'm leading you to are the ciphers, right?
Okay.
Because that's where my heart is right there, man. You know. So it's the ciphers, and then because I also direct and edit music videos, so I'll probably point you to that as well. And I have an EP series as well, you know. So what I'll do is every now and then I'll just pick an MC and I'll go, all right, man, let's get together and put together a few joints and put it out, all for the love, all for the love. But this year I'm gonna go, not so much only for the love, because I usually have them all available for free. But going forward, now cats will now have to start buying the stuff because eventually we gotta eat.
You got bills? Oh, you got bills too?
Yep. So it'll be leading them to the EPs, and then I have another series where I have cats come through, not to rap, but to perform like 3 of the joints. Dropping another one this coming Saturday, actually. SPeeKa presents etc. in Kunzemnyama at REA. That's the name of my studio, REA, named after my daughter. So
congrats.
Saturday, yeah. So yeah, Saturday dropping a new one. So man, like just literally, basically just go to the channel and click on whatever. And sit back.
I was about to say, like, you didn't make this any easier. You just named a whole bunch more dope shit that I want to go click on.
Got a whole bunch of content there, man. A whole bunch of content.
I'm telling you guys, if you're watching this and you enjoy dope hip hop content, hit up his fucking YouTube channel and just start clicking shit. Find a name that intrigues you. He's got 100 names on here. And just go from there. Actually, I would actually recommend doing the opposite. So part of what I'm loving about it is all the people that I don't know. There's so much talent to discover there. You know what I'm saying? Like that for me is more exciting than necessarily seeing that. Like we already know X, Y, and Z are going to be dope. You know what I mean?
Man, there's no feeling like you know, watching an MC that you have never heard before in your life, and they are like brilliant, you know, and you immediately know that this person didn't just come out of nowhere, you know, there are years behind this person, you know, there's an entire backstory on how he became or she became the MC that you're experiencing right now. It almost seems like the sort of like, you know, their destiny or their road, their journey has led them, you know, to you seeing them at that very moment. And it's mind blowing. It's like, oh man, so it's not just a stogie out here or Joe Cole. This guy, who is this guy?
Who the fuck are you? You, my guy, are dope.
Oh my God, you know, so it's always beautiful, man.
Dude, that's fucking awesome, man. I can't wait to see where you go with it. Do you have like, I have to imagine with all the stuff you put out, do you have stuff vaulted too?
Yeah.
What's like the dopest shit you got in the cut for like a rainy day in case you gotta drop something hot?
Well, and okay, I know you're gonna put this up at this stage between you and I. I have some.
I won't tell nobody. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have some footage from like 11 years ago, right? That I'm still. I don't want to drop like all willy-nilly. I don't know what needs to happen for me to drop it, but it's kind of just chilling there in the cut. Like there's this, and probably still you won't even remember this, but there was 11 years ago. You know, there was a situation where you know, I was in the studio with him and this group called The Soil, and they were working on some stuff. To this day, I have that footage, right? And it's like every time I watch it, I get so emotional considering where everyone is right now, you know, career-wise. You know, it's so beautiful to see now, and I feel like just dropping it on YouTube would be doing it.
You need a rollout, right? You need to get a rollout.
I need some sort of, you know, so that's what I'm trying to, yeah. But at the moment, you know, there's that, and then obviously there's the music that I'm working on with all these other MCs as well. So, and then scheduled ciphers that I'm yet to shoot in the next few weeks. So I'm always, you know, trying to create something, you know.
Absolutely, man. What's like the end game look like for you? So like I said, I admire and admonish so much what you've done with this. Like I could only wish I had a 5-year catalog of dope MCs on my fucking channel, dropping like exclusive bars. Like, dude, you're living the fucking hip hop dream right now. Like, we just need the numbers to get up, bro. I'm telling you, like the more I think about it, like I'm sitting here looking at it and shit like that, and I was like, damn, I just wanted to like put them on my channel. Like this shit is just dope, man. Like, what's the end game look like for you? Like when is it like I've done this, I've definitely solidified my spot, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, like I don't think that I even know what that looked like yet. My shit is evolving so fast and so many different things coming every day. Like I have no idea. So like I'm looking for like some insight. You've been doing this a lot longer than I have. Like what in your mind have you formulated to be like the pinnacle? Like once I've done this, I'm good.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'll ever get to a point where I'm like, it's good. Right. Yeah. So for me, it's just as long as I can go each year, still creating content, obviously getting better and turning this into a full-on, you know, annual event where it's just, you know, this thing where
you are Coachella.
You know, I don't know if you know of our festival, Back to the City, right?
Nah, I'm not familiar with that.
Hip hop, yeah. Africa's biggest hip hop festival, Back to the City. It's been going on for, I think, I don't know, man, the last 16, 17, 18 years. I don't know. But it's been around. And unfortunately, last year it couldn't happen because of COVID. But I look at that festival and I'm like, yeah, if I can get to that, where I know each year there's a place where people who are, because it's ending. Back to the City, I think the next one that's gonna be happening will be the last one ever, you know. Why? So, and that makes me so sad. I don't know, because the organizers are like, hey man, we've been doing this for you. All right, peace. Who's got next? You know, so I'm kind of.
Bro, after COVID ends, having a big party like that, they're gonna make more money than they know what to fucking do with. No,
Right?
everyone's gonna go to that shit. There's gonna
You
be
know,
at least 2 more. They're gonna have
I
to do a
hope so.
follow up, bro. They're gonna
5 more, you know?
have to do a follow up.
Yeah, so I look at those guys and I'm like, man, if I can eventually turn what I'm doing into that and keep it going, keep it going for as long as possible, then I
Straight
think
up festival.
that for me, that and also, like, infiltrating different media streams, like being on TV with this hip hop. No, not having to dumb down with just what we're doing right now. Just keeping, because for example, the stuff that I'm doing with Zagwe, I think the milestone has to be the fact that we were approached by a Metro FM. Metro FM is like one of the biggest radio stations in the country, right? And they hit us up like, "Yo, man, we'd like to make what you guys are doing a segment on a national radio
That's
station.
fucking dope.
All you have to do is just censor the cuss words. That's it. But you don't change your content. The bars as they are.
That's
Give
awesome.
us that. Yeah.
That's dope.
So
shit.
Festival, radio, TV, all of that. If I can get to that, then I'm nice.
All right, so I'm catching you right before you about to blow down. All right, I got in right. So just remember me. I'm saying, just remember me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, man. When we do have, when it becomes like a festival or whatever, you definitely will be given a special invite.
I'll be on a plane. Trust me, man. I got my PTO up now for some stuff that we got working for some special appearances that should be happening with me and SA. So I plan to become very familiar with the area. That's gonna be dope, man. I hope you get it, man. Having like your own like palooza and shit like that, like that sounds like
that's we're heading there, Mike. We're heading there. Definitely.
It sounds it, man. Well, how soon is the radio thing gonna come to fruition?
No, it's already happened. The past, it's actually 2 radio stations. It was on Metro FM and then Kakasi FM in KZN as well. So they simply like, yo, man, these are nice. Can you please just, cut out the cussing and send it to us and we'll play it. So the fact that, because the cool thing about that is that some of these artists, fight tooth and nail to try and get their songs played on radio,
right?
And the fact that they're playing on radio now. They're playing on radio, but they didn't have to dumb down anything,
right?
Because when you're trying to get played on radio,
commercial, like you gotta do a commercial track.
You have to tone it down. You have to rewrite certain things. Now they didn't have to do anything. It's just you in your purest form as an MC, and you're getting played on an so that for the past I think 4 or so weeks we've been getting like
congrats,
these guys getting played. Yeah, thanks.
That's fucking dope as shit, dude. Congrats on that. That's huge. That's huge.
Thank you, man.
Fucking national.
Yeah, shout out to Zagwe and Rashid. Because
absolutely, man.
They're the plugs. They're the plugs.
Facts. Salute to y'all, man. That's dope. Man, I'm seeing you win like that, bro. Like that's got to open up doors for other people too. You know what I'm saying? Like there's got to be an inspiration tick up there. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody that comes in, has a natural love for the fucking culture, natural love for the music, work at it for X amount of years, and then like you're making your own success story. You know what I'm saying? Like that's fucking dope as shit.
Yeah, because it's sort of carrying the legacy of the late great Double HP, man, Jabba. Jabba was a firm believer in putting people on. Jabba is like responsible for putting cats like Casp on your vest, Africa's biggest MC. He was put on by Jabba. So that same spirit of, hey man, here's a platform, come through. Hey man, you're nice, let's go. I don't think I'll ever stop doing that. If I do ever stop doing that, please let me know so I can, change.
We'll give you. We'll send you a tweet, my guy.
Yeah.
Like, man, I ain't seen nobody new on you in a while, man.
Yeah.
Time to go through the DMs, find something dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Come back, down to earth.
Yeah. Man, dude, that's fucking dope. I hope you get all of it. I can only imagine what it's actually going to come out to. Because if you're aiming like that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna it's gonna grow way faster and way bigger than that. So like,
Thank you,
my
my
dude.
G. Thank you.
I can't wait to see what that shit looks like, my man.
Thank you, my G. How we getting?
Is there anything you want to promote right now while I got you here?
At the moment, I mean, yeah, besides the stuff that I'm doing with Zagwe, follow the channel, get all the ciphers there. In the next few weeks, we worked on a documentary about South African battle rap, right? It was directed by my mentor that I mentioned earlier, Enzo Slages. He directed, and then I wrote and also provided the narration and the score. It's gonna be epic. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that when it eventually airs. And yeah, at the moment that's about it. And I'm obviously working on some projects with the homies Ignition, an MC from Soweto called Chakatola. There's Tizo, there's Chef. Like music-wise, I'm doing quite a few things. And then content-wise, it's a documentary. Yeah.
Like, keep me busy with this concept, my guy. I love it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Dude, plus, bro, your energy is fucking infectious too. Like, you can tell how fucking like we talked. One of the first things we talked about, right? Like, you can tell when someone's not really of the culture. You know what I mean? When someone doesn't really know, they're not really in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're getting both of us excited.
Yeah, I mean, I only get like this when I talk about hip hop. If you were to give me any other topic, I mean hip hop and film. If you were to give me any other topic, I'll probably be on some. Yeah, so yeah. But if it's hip hop, man, I could go on. So I think it's sort of hip hop is my Red Bull. It's my monster. It's my bad. Hip hop. Yeah.
It's cool. Do you rap at all, or are you just strictly producer? Like what is your own personal role in there?
Yeah, I started out as a recording artist actually,
Okay.
And I became a producer because at the time, I was part of this crew. We were quite the crew, not hip hop. We were quite the crew, and we needed beats, and I happened to be the only one in the crew with the PC.
That'll do it.
And we couldn't afford beats, right? So everyone just basically looked at me and said, "Hey man, think you can give these beats a crack?" Right? I was like, I guess,
This is my life now. Let's go.
So my next door neighbor put me onto FL Studio, and this was in 2005, January. And Steve, I'm not kidding you. Practically every single day since January 2005, give or take, those few weeks where I was like, man, I quit, give or take those moments. I've been either making music or learning something within production, and it's been like that ever since. And then eventually I became so into production that I sort of just, this rap thing, I mean, there are a few episodes where I rap in the Supper Ciphers.
Oh, okay. We might have to I might have to put a little special together then. We'll have to find those ones, put them in the jar.
Yeah, I think two or three where I spit up. I mean, obviously I'm not,
no cop outs now. You get the same judgment everybody gets.
So I'll let you be the judge, but compared to the guys that I have on, it's amateur night for me. But yeah, it started out, and I think with most hip hop heads, I feel like everyone in the culture at some point has thought about or tried to be an MC. It's good and also it's bad, because there are some people who think that their strong points are in rapping, and they completely ignore, like, man, come on, dog, you are a dope music video director, focus on that. Man, you create such dope content. Man, you are a super dope reactor, man. You should be reacting to other people, So, and then they end up focusing on, sorry?
I feel attacked. You just told me not to rap.
No,
I got you. He's like, nah, man, you should stick to reacting. Don't.
No. I mean, there are others who do well in more than one, but there are others who you feel like, man, you shouldn't rap, dog. You shouldn't rap at all, But yeah, because we love this thing.
But those will be the
much.
ones that get famous and blow up. those will be that'll be the next multi-million-dollar contract that goes out. My God's talking his ABCs and shit.
That's the thing with this culture, because we love it so much, and the guys who do it well make it look easy, right? So you're like, hey, I could do that, So it's only natural that we at some point in our lives have given being an MC a crack, because I was an MC of sorts at some point in my life,
Who's who's on your list, like in your sites, that you haven't had on the cipher yet, that you're like, yo, once I get this, like this is like the next goal. Let me get a feature from X, Y, and Z, man.
Oh man. And all of them. I mean, all the guys that I've admired. I mean, I'm not kidding, Steve. Like with Emphatic, I was so my brain had exploded so much, man. I really thought like after that I was gonna die or something, because I felt like
that's it. It's over. This is it.
Yeah, it's over. But
all downhill from here.
But there's so many, man. There's so many, both like on a commercial level that I like to put on the show, and others that I'm still trying to reach out to and haven't. But there's too many. I mean, obviously, it would be nice, if Stogie showed up. That would be epic, because for me, between you and I, again, Steve, that is my goal. Rap wise, no one is out rapping that man in this country,
Fuck this country, bro. He's in my top 5 all time. I'm not take country out of it, bro.
My G, that's a whole other discussion, But anyway, so it's him, and then there's guys like your Golden Shovels. I'd love to have Questa on here, man. Ginger Trail. Are you kidding me, man? Kid X. All these guys, dog. All these guys that when I'm online, I go onto YouTube and I'm like, God damn, all of them, man, all of them. And there's an MC from the VAR called Mutipa. I don't know if you've heard it.
What's his name?
Mutipa.
Yeah. I think I did like half of his album, the Sickness Joint.
Yeah. Sorry?
Yeah. He had something about something to do with sickness. It's escaping me at the moment.
Oh,
Sickness and the Cure. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
He is like one of my, he's in my top 10 favorite MCs of all time, right? And every time like I see like all these other guys in the game that are like killing it, there's always that one MC that you're like, man, that should be Mutipa up there, man. He should be out there getting it, man. He should be the man, So I have a deep admiration for that guy's pen, man. So it'll be dope to have him as well on an episode. And the day that happens, hallelujah, Steve. Hallelujah.
I'm gonna put as many tweets and tags and shit like that as I can to try and make some of this stuff happen for you, my guy.
Yeah, please.
Bro, I've had a decent amount of success with obviously getting the interviews and the reactions and stuff like that. So if I could ever pull some resources and help you with the content, man, just let me know. Like that is like I want to see you succeed, bro. I'm probably just as excited, maybe not just excited. Normally I would say I'm just as excited as you are, but like maybe a little bit less. You're pretty up there.
Thanks, Machi. Thanks. I appreciate it, man.
No problem. That's fucking dope, man. That's all I got for you, man. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Like, look, I'm free to chop it up if you want to, but like, I wanted to get the lowdown on the ciphers and the YouTube channel. Try and promote that shit as much as we can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, man, like with me, like I said, man, it's still mind blowing because you know, you mentioned earlier how you know, where would you like this to go internationally, and to be quite honest, Mikey, to be honest, especially when I tried doing that thing where I tried having like a guy from New York on a short cipher and didn't really pan out. I kind of figured, oh man, all right, then I guess this will just be for, you know, for our people down here. So the fact that you are like, I don't know, man, like light years. You live light years from where we live, and yet your ear and your eye landed on our work. You know, it's pretty dope, man, and it makes me appreciate the culture even more. Cause man,
facts.
here we are. You know,
Yeah.
we
What are the
are
chances?
doing this because of hip hop, and this interaction is just basically
It doesn't exist
my
otherwise.
love for the culture. Yeah.
Doesn't exist. You take hip hop out of this. What are the chances that you being who you are, where you're from, and me being who I am, where I'm from, ever interact? Ever?
It would have never happened.
Never
It
happens.
would have never happened. You
Right.
know,
Like,
so hip hop, man, hip hop is a beautiful thing, man. And I will fight, regardless of where I am in my life, if I decide to I don't know, for some weird reason stop doing this professionally, I will always have like a place in my home, like a little corner or room dedicated to. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it ever does,
I got
like,
you.
because this culture has done so much for me, both professionally and like on a personal level, that like I'll always like, you know, be that champion for it, you know.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you coming to talk to me today, bro. I really do. I hope you understand the sincerity behind my wanting to see you succeed and how excited I was. It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas in fucking March. When I found this shit and started looking through everything, man. You have a
Oh
gold
man,
mine. A gold
thank
mine
you
of
so
fucking
much,
hip hop
Mikey.
shit, bro.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you, Steve.
Cool. I'll catch you guys on the fucking next one. Thanks a lot, man.
Peace.